Hello everybody, what is up? Prof here, and today we're going to be doing a recap and my thoughts on this year's 2015 E3 Microsoft press conference. Alright, so to get things started off with the conference, they start off with some awesome Halo 5 gameplay. We got to see our new team of Spartans who are basically hunting down Master Chief. I don't know, they're basically trying to look for him because he's basically gone missing in action. I guess he's gone after, like, basically our new enemy and everything, and basically nobody knows why he's disappeared. All we know is we gotta find him, and our new Spartans are basically quite on the heel of him, and basically kind of just barely missing him each time, finding his guns that are basically out of ammo each time. But yeah, so far the game's looking really interesting. I'm kind of curious what's the whole backstory between these new team of Spartans that are basically going after Master Chief and why he's disappeared. So it's definitely cannot wait for this game to come out. It's going to be freaking amazing. And our second one was some pretty actually news I was never honestly expecting whatsoever, is that the Xbox One is now going to be backwards compatible with the Xbox 360 games. So basically it's mostly digital, and apparently from what I understood, I still need a bit more details, but you can apparently insert your retail CDs and basically download the games to your system, then you're good to go. So I'm curious, like, is this like if you have the retail CDs for the games already on the market, then it'll download straight to your system? If that's how it works, or whether you just straight up put it in there and it works right away. So that'll be interesting to see. I'm kind of curious how that's going to go, because that's actually a big step forward. I don't know why PlayStation's just going, oh, you can stream your old games and repay for all of them, but this time they're going like, yeah, so basically they straight up said, shots fired at Sony, that hey, if you have your old 360 games, you want to play them on your Xbox One, guess what? We're not going to make you rebuy them again. It's like, oh, dang. So yeah, definitely, I'm actually really excited for that. It's pretty much amazing they're actually listening to their fans and doing this. So, alright, so the next one is they showed off the new Xbox One Elite controller, which actually looks pretty freaking awesome. I kind of want one. So basically, it's fully customizable. The D-pad is like completely different looking. Supposedly it's supposed to be good for fighters, fighting games on the system, and I don't know, it just looks weird with the D-pad, but apparently you can also switch it out. You can switch out the thumbsticks, you can add extra buttons to the very backing to basically customize it however you want to play it. So I'm actually really freaking interested in trying that one out. Alright, so our next one is we got some new news on Fallout 4 for the Xbox One. Apparently Fallout 3 will be included with the retail copy of it. And also, apparently the one actually really awesome thing they decided to do, which I'm really impressed with Microsoft this year, is they announced that Fallout 4 mods that are on the PC will also be supported on the Xbox One, which is a big freaking game changer, because no other game has really ever supported PC mods, and all of a sudden now they're going like, hey, guess what? You guys can go ahead and use all the PC mods you want. So it's like, oh shit. So you get Fallout 4 where you get to basically mod the living shit out of it, which is going to make the game just like insanely fun and pretty damn awesome with all the crap you can do on it. So I'm really curious to see how that's going to work, and I actually cannot wait to play Fallout 4 because it looks freaking amazing on the next gen consoles. Alright, the next one, not too really big of a thing, is like, oh, EA Access. I'm just like, oh, cool, I don't honestly care, but whatever. So basically they said Titanfall and Dragon Age Inquisition are now available on EA Access. So I'm like, yay, that's kind of cool. So basically you kind of pay like, I think it's like $6 or $7 a month, and you basically get to play all these games. You get early access, like, oh, you can get early access to Madden before it comes out. I'm like, yay, I could care less about football games, but whatever. So I mean, it's pretty cool. I've never actually used it. I don't plan on using it, but it seems pretty awesome for the people who do use it. Next one, I actually wasn't expecting this to have another game, but Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2. They basically showed the new trailer for it. It's actually looking pretty cool. I actually need to play the first one because this one just looks actually pretty amusing, and I don't know, it might be actually pretty fun. Alright, so next one was Forza Motorsport 6. They came out with, I think, Henry Ford III. Basically, they showed off a new car that's going to be in the game. I forgot actually what the name of it was, but yeah, it's just kind of funny because of this one, the guy, Henry Ford III, he was kind of standing there, he was like, yep, this is our car that we made. Yeah, I'm kind of here on stage. And then after that, they kind of showed off the gameplay, which looks actually highly beautiful. Looks so much better than Forza Motorsport 5, because For 5 being on the next gen console, I wasn't actually all that impressed with the graphics, to tell you the truth, because I remember playing the demo at the kiosk over at GameStop, and I just like looked at the crowds in the stands. I'm like, that's like really last gen looking, because it's basically just kind of like a cardboard flat of like all the people sitting there. So I don't know, this one actually looks really great with the graphics. I'm kind of really curious to see how this one plays, though I've never actually been a big fan of the Forza racing games, just because I don't know, I never fully got into them. Alright, so the next one is the world premiere of Dark Souls 3. It's another game that I've tried out. I was like, okay, this is freaking ridiculous of like how hard it is sometimes. But I know from multiple people that this game is amazing, and the fact that we're getting a Dark Souls 3 is basically has a lot of people excited. Alright, so next we got some new news on Tom Clancy's The Division. Yeah, The Division. God, there's a lot of series I don't actually play, but yeah, so I mean, this one looks pretty cool. I don't really have too many thoughts on it, seeing that I've never actually really played pretty much any of the Tom Clancy games. I know some of you probably go like, what, how the hell could you not have ever played that? But yeah, so, yeah, seems pretty cool. Alright, so next one is a Windows 10 and Xbox One exclusive called Gigantic. It's free to play across Windows 10 and Xbox One. Let's see. Basically, that one, it looks kind of cool. Not like super like detailed graphics, but it's kind of like a cel-shaded, kind of cartoony. It looks pretty interesting actually, because apparently you have like a guardian that you fight with, and it seems pretty fun. Looks like a little multiplayer game, so not bad. So next ones we got was a shit ton of freaking like ID at Xbox independent developers. First, well, before I go off the list, I'm gonna say Cuphead. Actually caught my interest quite a bit, because it basically has the look of a 1930s cartoon with the play style of a was it 16-bit like arcade game. So that one I actually really want to play, because it just looks like the style of it just looks like something so new that we actually really have not seen pretty much any game. But yeah, alright, so yeah, just to go off the list, we have Rise and Shine, Phantasmal, The Solus, Westerado, Double Barreled, Sword Coast Legends, Outward, The Adventure of Life Sim, Goat MMO Goat Z Edition, Game for Below, Ark Survival Evolve, Recruits, Super Hot, and so yeah, those are basically, they showed off a ton of indie games. Like, dang, dude, they ain't stopping with these games. And they have a new game called Tacomas, which is basically by the creators of Gone Home, which was, from what I heard, a pretty popular game, pretty big hit. So that looks pretty interesting. Let's see. Next we got, was it Ashen's Beyond Eyes? Sorry, I'm just go off my list here. And then basically what I already said about Cuphead. Basically they have a also called Xbox Game Preview. So basically what they let you do is they let you try out games while they're actually still in development, which is actually really interesting. So basically you can try them out, you can basically give your feedback on what you think, whether you would actually want to buy it, which you don't. But it kind of gives like the developers like, this is what we need to change, and this is what we need to kind of like improve on. So that's definitely really cool. Let's see, we got Ion by the creators of DayZ, another popular game creator. Let's see, we got Rise of the Tomb Raider gameplay. That game kind of sucks as I mainly use PS4, so I was like, no, why does it have to be only exclusive for Xbox One? But it's definitely looking really awesome. I'm definitely glad to see that the Tomb Raider series is finally getting back on its feet and actually starting to get really good again. Alright, so the next one is one I was highly excited for, which was the Rare Collection. So basically, for the Rare Collection, you get 30 of Rare's games for $30. That includes games like, was it Banjo-Kazooie, was it Conker's Bad Fur Day, Battletoads. Yes, GameStop will finally carry Battletoads. And just like a ton of other ones. Just like, oh my god, that is freaking amazing. So like, that's actually highly one like when I do ever get Xbox One, that'll probably be one of the first games I pick up. There's a new game from Rare called Sea of Thieves. So I'm really curious. I was like, yay, finally they're not just doing Connect games. They're actually, like, I don't know what had happened, but apparently they're finally getting back into creating, you know, actual games and not like crappy Kinect games. Okay, let's see. Xbox One Windows 10 exclusive Fable Legends. Basically, it'll be coming out this holiday, and you can actually play along PC players, so that's actually going to be really interesting. And now, from what I saw from this trailer, it's actually caught my interest a lot more than it, because before I kind of saw it's like, whatever, I don't care. It doesn't actually can give you any more insight of the storyline from, what was it, Fable 2? But this one's kind of interesting because you're kind of like in this sort of, you know, your normal fantasy world with there, kind of going through the woods, fighting some unknown enemy. But then when you look up in the sky, you see like these other people slash creatures, whatever they are, but they're basically looking down on you, like they're like, oh, what are these guys doing now? It's like, I'm really curious, like if there's some sort of deeper story behind that or what, but it looks really cool. Okay, another really awesome one was the Microsoft HoloLens games. So this one was, this kind of blew my mind when I first saw it. So basically they're playing Minecraft. It wasn't like, it was like, okay, yeah, they're playing it on this, like the wall using the lenses, and they had like the camera have the lenses so you can see what he's seeing. I was like, oh, that's kind of basic. He's playing with one of the other people on stage, but then all of a sudden he walks over to the table and he goes, create new world, and then all of a sudden the whole level that he was on just comes straight out of the table, and he's just like staring at it. Then he could see the other person he's playing with just running around the level. He goes and I guess she was in a room or something, and he peeks in and he's able to like to see the character just chilling there inside of there. I was like, what the heck? That's freaking trippy as crap. And then he basically uses his hands to lift the level up so you can see a lava cavern underneath. And then basically, so the other player set up a bunch of TNT to basically open up a way to get down there. So then he concentrated his gaze on the TNT and said lightning strike, and it basically ignited the TNT so he can kind of like let the other player get in there. So this, I don't know, it just seems really promising. I really want to try this HoloLens because it seems like something completely new and amazing. Alright, so the next one they announced is actually pretty cool. Gears of War Ultimate Edition Remastered for Xbox One. So basically they took the first Gears of War, completely remastered it with next-gen graphics, and it looks freaking amazing. I really want to play this now. And apparently Xbox One can play early multiplayer beta that's open right now, so you can actually go ahead, hop on your Xbox One, and start playing a multiplayer beta for that. And very last but not least, we got a world premiere of Gears of War 4 gameplay coming out holiday 2016. So yeah, this actually, so it looks pretty badass. The graphics look amazing. I'm really curious who these new enemies are, but all I know is they look freaking kind of creepy and pretty dangerous. So this is definitely another really exciting one to look forward to. I can't wait till we get to see more in the game and what the story is going to be basically revolving around. Alright, so that was it for Microsoft's press conference. I gotta say, I was actually pretty damn impressed with them. I was like, after watching Sony's, I was like, okay, what's Microsoft gonna do to impress me? I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, they did quite a bit to impress me. This is pretty freaking badass. So, highly impressed. So yeah, that's basically all my thoughts and opinions on it. Let me know what you guys thought of Microsoft's E3 press conference, maybe who you thought who won. And yeah, and basically next after this I'll be doing my thoughts and opinion on the Nintendo E3 press conference, which I heard was kind of so-so. But whatever, we'll see. I'll watch it for myself and I'll give you guys my thoughts. Alright, so that's about it, folks. As always, be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you guys later.